Hello YouTubers, today we'll be fixing 4 different flavors of trout in an air fryer.
Today I'm going to be doing rainbow trout, and I'm going to be doing it in my PowerXL 8-quart air fryer. And I'm going to be using 3 to 4 different seasonings. I'll be dividing up the rainbow trout into 3 to 4 sections depending on how big they come out and how well I can cut them. I'll be using Slap Your Mama fish fry, Old Bay. I'll also be using one of my favorite seasonings. It's called Crystal Blend, and I ordered this through I believe it's Celestial Seasoning. I can't recall exactly what the name of the company is. I can put that in the description. But I ordered this through Detroit, but I can also get it through Tarpon Springs as well as a few other places. They're they're around the country in different areas. If I have enough fish to do, I'll also do some Creole seasoning as well. And again, this is all going to be done in my PowerXL 8-quart fryer, and that's an air fryer. Now I'm going to start prepping the fish. Excuse the lighting, or the angle, but anyway, I'm going to pull the trout out of my food saver bag. I'm going to start slicing this up. I'm thinking I'll probably do 3 pieces because Slap Your Mama happens to be a Cajun seasoning, so I won't be using the other one. So anyway, I'm going to make a little cut right here. I might just change my mind, who knows. But there's one, and maybe I will do a 4th one. I think what I'll end up using for that one is going to be a blackening. That's one of my favorites. I want to make sure I get through the skin. I've only eaten trout once before that I can recall, and then I did have it when I went out for dinner in November. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brush this with a little bit of avocado oil, and I'm going to do both sides because when I fix this, the skin is going to crispen up a little bit. I'm going to use one hand for my wet and powdered hand. The other one's going to be for working with it. This isn't quite the way you're supposed to do this, but we're trying something different today. So this one, I'll move this over and put it on this pan here and get that ready for the next one. Now the next one we're going to use, we'll do the same thing with this. Put a little bit of avocado oil on it. And get this out of the way of my seasoning here, because we're doing 4 different seasonings. Next one I'll be using is the Old Bay. I'll be putting it on relatively liberal. Oops. Slippery fingers there. I haven't used too much of this. I used this once before. I used it on some catfish and it was pretty good. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with that. The next one I'm going to do is going to be my Coastal Blend. Again, the same thing, a little oil on both sides. I do use olive oil quite often, but this time, and most recently, I've been using a lot more of the avocado oil. I seem to like that quite a bit. This is one of my favorite seasonings, and I use this a lot of times on walleye. It's a nice little citrus blend. Actually, the place I get it from is the Spice and Tea Exchange. I don't rub it in, I just kind of pat it in. It's very good stuff. I go ahead and put that over on the rack, or on the pan. And my final one is going to be the blackening. Get rid of some of this other seasoning so it doesn't contaminate it. Again, the same thing. Just paint on the oil on both sides. And I've already rinsed this fish off and dampened it. I did that when I took it out of the package. Then I put it in a food saver wrap, or package, and that kind of protects it. It's a reusable bag. And I'm going to put on the blackening rather liberally. Oh well, you know what I mean. Okay. I'm going to put this over on the tray. So now this is all ready to go inside the fryer. Touch up a little bit here. A little bit of OCD here. There we go. Now the next thing I'll be doing is I'm going to be putting this in the fryer. Now I'm going to be doing the rainbow trout at a temperature of 390 degrees, and I'll be doing it for a total of 8 minutes, stopping halfway through at 4 minutes to check it. I will also be preheating it at 390 degrees for about 2 minutes.
I apologize, but in the process of recording this, I lost all my sound. However, what I'm doing right now is I'm using a parchment paper or a parchment liner to put my fish on, and that way it absorbs, or it keeps a lot of the grease from dripping down into the bottom of the fryer. Also, I'm putting it skin side up, that way it'll make it a little crispier. After about halfway through it or so, I'll go ahead and I'll flip it. In the meantime, what I'm trying to do is space it out so there's plenty of airflow between each piece. Now, while the fish is in the fryer, I'm fixing up a side. forgive the pronunciation. I think it's Mahatma or whatever it is, and it's a garlic and olive rice blend. And basically, all you have to do is crush it up uh, in the bag, tear off about a 2-inch opening, and then put it in the microwave for about 90 seconds. And I'll do that just before I take the fish out.
Now, anytime on this air fryer, when you put in a set amount of minutes, it's going to flash at you halfway through to tell you to shake it. And what I had done is after 4 minutes, I flipped it over my fillets, you know, in hopes that they'd be a little bit crispy on the skin. Although I personally will not be eating the skin. I don't know how you are. If you do like it crispy and you do eat the skin, then what you may want to do is to have it set a little bit longer and let that crisp up more, and have it your fillets up or the skin side up for a longer period of time. Maybe put a little bit extra oil on it. Okay, it's all done. Let me do a measurement or test on the temperature. It looks like it's pretty good, yeah. Okay, I'm reading right around 155, 160. So it looks like they're going to be pretty good. Now I'm going to carefully pull my fillets out with the parchment paper. My basket's nice and clean. And I'm going to try, the first one's going to be the Slap Your Mama. And then I'm going to use, this one was the bay, you know, the old bay. I've got my rice. Okay, and then I'll put a little tartar sauce on there. And I'm going to add a little bit of lemon for taste. And first I'm going to try the salmon, or not, I'm sorry, I'm going to try the trout with the Slap Your Mama on it. That's very good. I'll try the Old Bay. That's very good as well. Now I'm going to try my Coastal Blend. We'll see how that is. That's always been a good one. And then I'll try the blackened. It's all very good. Looks like this is a success. I think what I would probably do the next time is when it comes to the Slap Your Mama, I would probably do that like more of a traditional breading. And see how that would, instead of just treating it like a rub or just adding spice to it. Old Bay, the Celestial Blend, and the blackening, I wouldn't change a thing on that. But on the Slap Your Mama, I think what I would do is look at the instructions on the backs or on the box a little bit closer.
I hope you enjoyed looking at the 4 different ways of fixing rainbow trout in an air fryer. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching.